Hi, how are you? I'm doing great. I hope you're doing, amazing and beautifully. Thank you for watching my videos all the time. I can't do this video without you. And thank you for being my support, and thank you for being my stronghold, and thank you for being there for me, because if I put the video out there and you don't watch it, then I can't make another one. And thank you all for sending all your topic and your comments and all the support. God bless you all. Let's keep supporting each other as women. That's what we have to do as women. We have to empower each other. We have to support whatever other women are doing for good causes. And on this show is called Women Affair Page. I know that other people know. If you know me, I know you can recognize me on other page. We got another page called Real Girls Chats, which we do videos and post it on there, and all the topics are from you. And this is another show hosted by me, DJ Stones. Yeah, and I love you for watching and supporting me. And this page or this program is called Women's Affair. We talk about a lot of things that are going on in our marriages as women. I'm married myself, and I know they're struggling, and I can relate to what other women are going through. So when you send the topics to us on this show, we put it out there. We don't mention your name. It's all about women, okay? On Women Affair page, it's all women. So if you don't know about that page, just follow us on there. Put your topics, your comments, your worries, you're struggling on there, and all the other women will give you advice on it. It's all women. There's no man on that page. So bless up to you all. Thank you for supporting, and bless up. The topic, another interesting topic. I'm going to read it out there. He said, my husband has never kissed me or hold my hand in a public. This this topic is from one of our beautiful ladies. This lady is an African woman. I'm not going to mention where she comes from, but this lady is from Africa, okay? And she said, my husband has never kissed me or hold my hand in the public. And when I got this topic, I laughed a little bit, not because I'm laughing at her or because I'm laughing, or it was a bit funny to me, because where we come from, these things are not common. Or yes, our men are not, I don't know if they are shy, or because it's the way we were brought up as African men or African women. We don't tend to kiss our partners in public or hold their hands. In some way, it feels like it's taboo or abomination. I don't know. When I was growing up, I never saw my parents holding hands or kissing. Never, ever. Believe me, I never saw my parents doing that kind of things. And I remember my dad was in the army, and my dad, because of the nature of his job, we used to move from one town or one city to another. We always on a run, we always on a travel anyway. And my dad liked farming, and I suppose his background, there's a little bit of farming in his background. So he always liked farming, having a little garden. We always have a garden, or wherever he can find a land to do whatever, do his garden or his farming stuff, he will. And I remember, at weekends, because we don't go to school, my dad would try and organize us to take us to the farm. My mom, all of us, with 5 siblings, we go to the farm and do whatever we have to do. And I remember when we go in, my dad would be at the front, and he being a soldier, what have you, he walks very fast, so we always have to run after him, chasing, especially if we don't know where we're going. My mom will be after my mom, and then will be us. We always run and chasing them. There's no waiting for each other, or you have to chase, you have to run. And that's how it's been. There's no holding hands. That's what I wanted to say. There's no holding hands or stuff like that, okay? My mom holding, I can't remember, I think I remember my mom holding our hands at some point, but never remember my dad holding our hands, or we always have to chase him. And I can't remember my mom holding my dad's hand, or my dad holding my mom's hand, or my parents kissing, to cut the long story short. Never remember or seeing my parents kissing each other. And so when I got this topic, I was like, ooh, where is this coming from? Again, this lady, she lives abroad with her husband. They don't live in Africa. So it looks like, for me, I feel like they've lived in abroad for a long time. and she want to do what the other, the other people do. Like, there's a saying that if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. So this lady, she's married, first of all, and I think she likes, or she admires what the white people do, hold their wife's hand or their partner's hand when they're going for a walk, when they're going out, they kiss them sometimes, and I think she won that. And I think it's not bad when I chose this topic to talk about it, because I think we should all learn, to show some a passionate, affectionate, that word still is not coming. There's nothing wrong holding your wife's hand if you don't want to even go to the kissing bit. There's nothing wrong holding your wife's hand when you're going out for shopping, when you go to a family meeting, when you go to a funeral. I know that we, the Africans, we like funerals. We don't miss funerals. You go with your husband or your partner. There's nothing wrong holding hands. I know we were not brought up that way, but especially when you live abroad and you see what other people doing. It's love. It's a sign of love. It's a sign of showing that I'm here for you. You are mine and I'm yours. That's how I can interpret it. So holding your wife's hand is not anything bad. So it looks like this lady, this is what she wants, but her husband doesn't want that. And I don't know why. There's nothing wrong holding your wife's hand. If you're a man watching this video out there, there's nothing wrong if that's what your wife wants. Why can't you give it to her? There's nothing wrong, okay? People do, there's nothing wrong. I mean, when you are married, what is good for your wife, you have to respect each other. You have to accept what your wife wants. If that's what she wants, if that's what will make her happy, why don't you do it? There's nothing wrong. It doesn't cost you anything as a man to hold your wife's hand in public if that's what she wants. I know it's not part of our culture, but we live in a different world. We learn it from each other. People are copying each other. We admiring things from each other. We learn from the white people, and I'm sure they learn from us. I know some white people that admire our culture, like our food, and so do we. So if that's what your wife wants, why don't you do that? When I ask, some people are saying that, oh, if that's the case, then you have to sit your husband down and then talk to him and tell him this is what you want. And I say to people, I say, before a woman will put her marriage, whatever is going on in her marriage out there, it means that the person has given it a go. A woman will not talk about her marriage unless she has tried and tried and tried and it's not working. Then she wants other people's advice. Women don't tend to talk about their marriage that easily. So for me, in my head, I think that this lady, she has tried. I made an example on one of my show. I said, like, a couple of weeks or months ago, we saw a video circulating on a video. One of the presidents in the world, some part of in the Western world, he was trying to hold his wife's hand, and the wife kicked his hand off. And when I saw that, I was like, wow. I was like, she is bringing whatever went on last night in the bedroom outside, outside the world. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe she's tried a couple of times and the husband is kicking or refusing to hold her hand. It's not nice. If you're a man out there and your wife tries to hold your hand in the public and you don't like it as an African man, don't just kick her hand or don't just refuse to hold her hand. Please, just hold her hand for a couple of minutes or whatever at that moment, and then let it go. Don't show any sign. Just do what she's asking you to do at that moment. And then when you get home, just tell her, sweetheart, this is not part of my life. I wasn't brought up this way, and I'm not comfortable holding your hand in public. Maybe we can do it, some other time. We can do it in a different, environment. But doing it in public, I'm not comfortable in doing it. And I'm sure your wife will understand that, because we're not brought up in that kind of a situation, that kind of environment. In Africa, we're not that cuddling, kissing. And I know now things have changed. People are learning, you're learning, we're all copying each other. But a typical African man will not kiss his wife in public or hold his wife's hand in public. I understand that, and I can relate to that because I come from that kind of environment. I come from that home, or my parents were old school. Never seen my dad kiss my mom or hold my mom's hand. I don't know if it's abomination or taboo. It's never done. Again, I suppose that my parents, they were not brought up in that kind of environment, so we don't know that. But thank God that we all learn and we're able to express ourselves, our feelings to each other, to our husbands and wives and what have you. So yes, especially when you live abroad, it's part of their culture. It's something that they do. Okay, someone said that, oh, I mean, now is the younger generation that are doing it. No, I don't think so. The younger generation do it, kissing and things like that. But you see the old couples, the kiss, they kiss on the head, on the peg, and give each other peg and hold their hand. That's very, very important. Okay, if you can't kiss your wife in public, at least hold her hand when you're going to an event, when you're going to social gathering, and when you're going somewhere. If that's you want, if your wife asks to hold your hand, why not? She's your wife. What, are you ashamed of her? He's your husband. Are you ashamed of him? Don't deny him of holding your hands. Don't deny her of holding your hands. Please show some love. I know people are saying, oh, holding your wife's hand doesn't mean that you love him, love her, or holding your husband's hand doesn't mean you. It's not. That is not what it is. But at least it's some kind of confirmation that she's your wife and he's your husband. It just shows some kind of respect, some kind of unity, some kind of, I don't know how to put that together. But let's do it. If we're going to copy the Western world, let's do it and do it better. Let's do it and do it right. If you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. At least if you don't want to do it, at least if that's what your wife or your partner wants, just give it to her. Just give it to him. It doesn't cost anything holding your wife's hand. It won't cost you anything for holding your husband's hand or kissing your husband in public. So this topic, I mean, this is what I can say about it. I know that I'm going to put the topic out there, and I know my beautiful lady is going to watch it. Okay, there's nothing wrong, nothing wrong for your husband to hold your hands or your wife to hold your hand in public. But again, you have to bear in mind that we, the Africans, we're not brought up in that way. So just take it easy on your husband. Yes, sweetheart, just take it easy on your husband. You have to remember that we were not brought up in that kind of environment, and we all learning. So again, have that word with your husband if you haven't tried having that conversation with him. But in my head, I feel like you have had that conversation with him and he still refuses to hold your hand. That's why you put this topic out there. That's why you send this topic to your DJ Stones here on Women's Affair page to discuss. Okay, so just have that, have a deep conversation with him one-on-one. Sit him down, like, why is that he doesn't want to hold your hand? I'm sure you've tried, but maybe you haven't sat him down. So sit him down, talk to him, ask him, want to know. Tell him this is what you want. Sometimes in a relationship, you have to be selfless. It's not about all you want, okay? Sometimes you have to think about the other person's need. Your husband doesn't like that, but you like it, so you have to compromise. He has to compromise. You have to meet in the middle. Maybe not all the time, at least once in a while. Don't be like a white man walking his dog. Don't be like someone walking their dog because the dog is behind them and they are ahead, or the dog is ahead and back. That's how you walk your dog. I've got 4 dogs, and that's how I walk them. Sometimes my dog is ahead of me and I'm behind him. But you have to show some love. Couples stay together. Do what your wife is asking you to do. Compromise. That's what I would say. Thank you very much for sending us this topic. It's a very interesting topic. I'm going to share this topic on all the groups that I belong to. If you watch it, give this sister some advice. Let's support each other. I know in Africa, this is not common. It's not common for an African man to kiss his wife in public or hold his wife's hand in public. We are learning. Some are doing it. Some are very confident and comfortable doing it. But majority of the men are not comfortable doing it, and majority of the women are not comfortable doing it. But we have to learn. We have to show some respect. If that's what your wife wants, do it. If that's what your husband wants, if your husband wants to kiss you in public, do it. What are you hiding? What are you afraid of? He's your husband. If your wife wants to kiss you in public, or if your wife wants you to kiss her in public, do it. She's your wife. What are you afraid of? What are you hiding? If you have nothing to hide, you kiss your wife in public. If you have nothing to hide, you kiss your husband in public. He is yours. She is yours. Show some love. It doesn't matter where you are. If that's what she wants, give it to her. If that's what you want, give it. If that's what he wants, give it to him. There's no hide in a relationship if you have nothing to hide. If you have nothing to hide. I rest my case. Thank you, sister, for sending us this beautiful topic, because this is real. It's going on. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it, but thank you for sending us this topic. I appreciate it. God bless you. I hope that people will watch it and then they will put some advice out there for you, and then you can talk to. The most important thing is having that conversation with your husband. Tell him that's what you want. Okay, don't force him, but talk to him. And it's not I'm not sure you're asking him every day to kiss you in public, but once in a while, at least you should hold your hand. It's very important. I made an example on one of my shows. I was walking, I went shopping somewhere, and this couple, they were ahead of me. They were holding hands, walking nicely, beautiful, elderly couples. And all of a sudden, the woman, tripped on something on a pavement. She nearly went down if the husband wasn't holding her hand. She nearly went down. And I was behind her. I was running with my shopping bags. And like, oh God. If the husband wasn't holding her hand, she would have been on the floor, and it would have been brutal. It would have been dangerous. But thank God he was holding her hand. And then, somehow, she didn't go on the floor. And thank you very much. I was so grateful. I was so grateful for that. And when I saw this topic, I was like, I need to talk about it. So bless up to you all. Thank you. I can carry on. I can go on. I can go on again and again and again. And I don't want that. Bless you. And thank you for watching it. Share it to your friends. Debate on it. Discuss it. Why is that the African men don't want to kiss their wives in public or their partners in public? Why? Even though we're not brought up around that environment, we can still learn, can't we? Blessed up to you all. Blessed up.